Let's picture a seed buried deep beneath the earth's surface. In complete darkness, without fanfare or attention, something remarkable is happening. This seed is orchestrating the most magnificent transformation, roots extending, stems strengthening, all in perfect silence. No one celebrates it, no one sees it, no one posts about it on social media. Yet when it finally breaks through the surface, its achievement is undeniable. 3 years ago, I witnessed something that changed my entire perspective on success. A colleague of mine disappeared from the social scene. While others were posting their daily achievements, attending every networking event, and constantly talking about their goals, he seemed to vanish. Some people assumed he had given up. Others forgot about him entirely. Then, 18 months later, he emerged with a revolutionary business model that transformed his industry. The same people who had forgotten about him were now scrambling to understand how he suddenly became so successful. But here's the truth, it wasn't sudden at all. You see, while others were making noise, he was making progress. While they were seeking attention, he was seeking improvement. While they were building a social media presence, he was building an empire. Today, I want to share with you the most powerful secret in the world of achievement, the art of working in silence. This isn't just about being quiet. It's about understanding the profound power of undistracted, unannounced, and uncompromising progress. In the next few moments, I'm going to reveal to you why the quietest phase of your journey might be the most transformative. You'll discover why your silence might be the very thing that makes your success deafening. You'll learn why the gap between who you are and who you're becoming should be your most private real estate. But I must warn you, what I'm about to share isn't for everyone. It's for those brave enough to disappear from the noise, confident enough to work without applause, and disciplined enough to keep their progress private until the right moment. Let's begin this journey of transformation, where we'll uncover why working hard in silence might be the very thing that makes your success shock the world. We live in a world obsessed with noise. Every small achievement demands a social media post. Every minor milestone requires an announcement, and every step forward seemingly needs an audience. This culture of constant broadcasting has created a dangerous illusion, the belief that visibility equals progress. But let me share something profound with you. The most significant transformations in life often happen in complete silence. Consider the bamboo tree, one of nature's most remarkable success stories. For 4 years, it shows virtually no growth above ground. People might plant it, water it, and see nothing. They might doubt, question, and even give up. But beneath the surface, this remarkable plant is building an elaborate root system that will eventually support its explosive growth. In the 5th year, the bamboo can grow up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. The question is, did it grow 90 feet in 6 weeks? Or did it grow 90 feet in 5 years? This is where most people misunderstand the journey of success. They see others' achievements as sudden explosions of fortune, luck, or talent. They witness the 90-foot growth but miss the 4 years of silent foundation building. They celebrate the overnight success but ignore the 1,000 nights that came before it. Let's talk about what I call the social media success syndrome. It's the compulsion to share every small win, every minor achievement, every step forward. While there's nothing inherently wrong with celebration, this constant need for validation creates 3 significant problems. First, it diverts energy from actual progress to managing perceptions. Second, it invites unnecessary criticism and interference during your vulnerable growth phases. Third, and most importantly, it creates a false sense of achievement that can stall your real progress. Think about the most significant innovations and achievements in history. The Wright brothers didn't live stream their failed attempts at flight. Einstein didn't tweet his daily progress toward the theory of relativity. Steve Jobs didn't share Instagram stories of the first iPhone's development. They understood something crucial. Real transformation requires protection from external noise. When you announce your goals prematurely, you expose them to the elements of doubt, criticism, and misunderstanding. It's like digging up a seed every day to check if it's growing. The very act of checking impedes its progress. Your dreams and ambitions are like that seed. They need darkness, silence, and protection to take root and grow strong. Moreover, the energy you spend crafting the perfect post about your journey is energy you're not investing in the journey itself. Every minute spent managing perceptions is a minute not spent on actual improvement. The time invested in convincing others of your progress could be invested in making actual progress. Remember, the world doesn't need to believe in your success for it to become real. Your goals don't need likes, shares, or comments to become valid. Your dreams don't need external validation to be worthy of pursuit. In fact, the less you share, the more energy you have to actually achieve. The true power of silent progress lies not just in what you're doing, but in how you're doing it. When you work in silence, you develop an internal compass that guides your actions, unburdened by external opinions or expectations. This is where true mastery begins to take shape, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, measuring, or judging your progress. Consider what happens in a laboratory. Scientists don't announce their findings until they've been thoroughly tested, validated, and refined. They understand that premature exposure can compromise the integrity of their work. Your personal development deserves the same level of protection and rigorous attention. When you work in silence, you create your own laboratory of growth, where failure becomes data, not drama, and setbacks become stepping stones, not public spectacles. The psychology behind silent achievement is fascinating. When you work without the constant need for external validation, you develop what psychologists call intrinsic motivation, the purest form of drive that comes from within. This internal motivation is like a perpetual engine, powering your progress long after the excitement of public acclaim has faded. It's the difference between wanting to be successful and needing to achieve excellence for your own satisfaction. There's also a profound impact on your learning curve when you work in silence. Without the pressure to appear perfect or successful, you're free to experiment, fail, and iterate rapidly. Think about learning to walk. Children don't announce their attempts. They simply keep trying until they succeed. This natural, unforced approach to growth allows for authentic development rather than manufactured progress. The compound effect of daily unseen efforts is perhaps the most powerful aspect of silent progress. Every small action, every minor improvement, every tiny step forward accumulates in the darkness, building momentum that will eventually become unstoppable. It's like compound interest in finance. The growth happens slowly, invisibly, but exponentially. While others see the end result, you understand the power of those 1,000 invisible moments that created it. When you work in silence, you also develop an unusual advantage, the ability to think clearly without the noise of external opinions. Your vision becomes sharper, your purpose clearer, and your actions more aligned with your true objectives. This clarity of thought and purpose is impossible to achieve when you're constantly managing other people's perceptions of your journey. The habit formation process also becomes more authentic in silence. Without the temporary motivation of public accountability, you're forced to develop real, lasting discipline. These habits become woven into the fabric of your character, not just performed for an audience. You're not just doing the work, you're becoming the work. The transformation happens at a cellular level, changing not just what you do, but who you are. This silent period also allows you to develop what I call your success signature, your unique approach to achievement that isn't diluted by premature exposure to public opinion. Like a master chef perfecting a recipe before adding it to the menu, you have the space to refine your methods, strengthen your approach, and perfect your execution without external pressure to conform to others' expectations. Recall, every master was once a beginner who chose to perfect their craft in privacy. Every expert was once a novice who valued growth over glory. Every success story includes chapters that were written in complete silence. These silent chapters aren't empty pages in your story. They're the foundation upon which your success is built. Creating your personal success laboratory requires more than just silence. It demands a deliberate architecture that supports sustainable growth. This architecture begins with understanding that true progress isn't about building in public view, but rather constructing a solid foundation that can support the weight of future success. Think of yourself as an architect designing a skyscraper. The most crucial work happens below ground, in the foundation where no one can see it. The beauty of working in silence is that you can focus entirely on structural integrity rather than aesthetic appeal. You're not building to impress, you're building to last. This approach allows you to develop what I call your success infrastructure, the interconnected systems and habits that will ultimately determine your capacity for sustained achievement. When you're working in silence, you have the freedom to experiment with different approaches, test various methodologies, and optimize your processes without the pressure of public scrutiny. This experimentation phase is crucial because it allows you to discover what truly works for you, not what others think should work. The documentation of your journey becomes particularly powerful in silence. Instead of sharing your progress publicly, you create a private record of your evolution, noting what works, what doesn't, and why. This documentation serves multiple purposes. It becomes your personal playbook for success, provides data for future refinement, and serves as a testament to your journey when success finally becomes visible. The solitude that comes with working in silence also creates space for innovation. When you're not constantly comparing your progress to others or seeking validation, your mind is free to explore unconventional solutions and breakthrough ideas. This is where true innovation happens. In the quiet moments when you're fully immersed in your work, unburdened by the need to explain or justify your methods to others. Building in silence also allows you to develop what I call deep work capacity, the ability to focus intensely on challenging tasks without distraction. This capacity is like a muscle that grows stronger with consistent, uninterrupted exercise. The privacy of your work becomes a sanctuary where you can push your limits, challenge your assumptions, and expand your capabilities without the noise of external opinions or premature judgments. The architecture of hidden growth also includes building resilience through private challenges. When you face obstacles in silence, you're forced to develop internal resources for overcoming them. This self-reliance becomes one of your greatest assets as you learn to solve problems and overcome challenges without depending on external support or validation. Remember, this architecture isn't about isolation, it's about strategic privacy. You're not hiding from the world, you're creating a protected space where your best work can emerge. This is the environment where real mastery develops, where true innovation takes root, and where lasting success begins to take shape. One of the most crucial aspects of working in silence is learning to protect your process from external interference. This protection isn't about being secretive. It's about creating the optimal environment for your vision to flourish. The moment you begin any significant journey of transformation, you'll encounter what I call the well-meaning disruptors. People who, despite their good intentions, can inadvertently derail your progress with their opinions, advice, and expectations. Consider your vision like a newly planted garden. While it needs nutrients to grow, it also needs protection from harsh elements. These elements can come in many forms. Premature criticism that can shake your confidence, excessive praise that can lead to complacency, or unsolicited advice that can blur your focus. Learning to create boundaries around your work isn't selfish, it's essential for your vision's survival and growth. The art of selective sharing becomes paramount in this journey. Not everyone needs to know every detail of your plans or progress. Think of it this way. A movie director doesn't release behind-the-scenes footage while the film is still being made. They understand that unfinished work, viewed out of context, can be misunderstood or undervalued. Your success journey deserves the same level of protection during its development phase. Dealing with skeptics requires a particular kind of strength, the ability to remain committed to your vision even when others don't see it. Remember, skeptics often speak from their own limitations, fears, and past experiences. Their doubt isn't a reflection of your potential, it's a reflection of their perspective. The beauty of working in silence is that you don't have to defend your dreams or justify your methods. Your results will eventually do all the talking. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of protecting your process is managing well-meaning interference. These are the people who care about you and want to help, but their involvement might not align with your vision. Learning to appreciate their intention while protecting your direction becomes an art form. It's about finding ways to maintain relationships without compromising your process. The key is to understand that protection doesn't mean permanent isolation. It means creating a temporary cocoon where transformation can happen undisturbed. Like a butterfly in chrysalis, your success needs this protected space to fully develop. When the time is right, you'll emerge, not because others pushed you, but because you're ready. The psychological impact of unexpected achievement is far more powerful than that of anticipated success. When people think they know your ceiling, when they believe they can predict your path, there's something extraordinarily potent about shattering those expectations. This isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving yourself right in ways that redefine what others thought was possible. Think about the difference between watching a sunrise you've been waiting for versus one that catches you by surprise. The unexpected one often leaves a more lasting impression. The same principle applies to success that emerges without warning. When people haven't been tracking your every move or measuring your daily progress, the final revelation carries an impact that commands attention and respect in a way that gradual, publicized progress rarely achieves. Understanding the psychology of perception is crucial here. Human beings are naturally resistant to witnessing gradual transformation. When we see something every day, our brains become desensitized to the changes happening before our eyes. This is why parents don't notice their children growing taller day by day. But relatives who see them after months are shocked by their growth. Your success can leverage this same psychological principle. By keeping your growth private, you're setting the stage for others to experience the full impact of your transformation all at once. The power of exceeding expectations lies not just in surprising others, but in the internal transformation that occurs when you pursue excellence away from the public eye. When you're not constrained by others' expectations or limited by their understanding of your potential, you're free to explore the full range of your capabilities. This freedom often leads to achievements that wouldn't have been possible if you'd been working within the confines of public expectation. There's also a fascinating phenomenon that occurs when success appears sudden to outside observers. It triggers what psychologists call the contrast effect. This effect makes your achievement appear even more remarkable because people compare it to their last known image of you rather than seeing the gradual progression that led to your success. It's like showing someone a before and after photo without all the intermediate stages. The transformation appears more dramatic and impressive. Breaking free from others' limitations becomes easier when they're not actively involved in your journey. When people put you in a box based on their understanding of your past or their assumptions about your capabilities, their expectations can become invisible barriers to your growth. Working in silence allows you to break through these barriers without the added weight of constantly pushing against others' preconceptions. The psychology of underestimation is particularly powerful when harnessed correctly. Being underestimated is not a disadvantage. It's a gift that provides the ultimate competitive edge. When others underestimate you, they leave you alone. They don't see you as competition, which gives you the freedom to work, grow, and evolve without unnecessary attention or interference. Then, when you finally reveal your progress, the gap between their expectations and your reality creates a psychological impact that amplifies the perception of your success. The goal isn't to shock people for the sake of shocking them. The aim is to create space for genuine transformation that isn't limited by others' expectations or understanding. When your success finally becomes visible, the surprise factor serves as a powerful reminder to others and to yourself. That potential isn't determined by popular vote, and achievement doesn't require constant public validation. The journey of silent achievement requires specific tools and systems that support your private progress while maintaining your focus and accountability. These aren't physical tools as much as they are methodologies and frameworks that ensure your silent work remains purposeful and productive. The first essential tool is what I call the shadow map, a detailed private planning system that outlines your goals, milestones, and action steps without the need for public declaration. Strategic documentation becomes your most powerful ally in this journey. Create a success journal that serves as both a progress tracker and a personal accountability system. This isn't just about recording what you've done. It's about analyzing patterns, documenting insights, and maintaining a clear view of your trajectory. Unlike social media updates or public declarations, this private record allows for complete honesty about your struggles, setbacks, and real progress. Developing a personal metric system is crucial when working in silence. Without external benchmarks or public feedback, you need clear, objective ways to measure your progress. This system should include both quantitative and qualitative measurements, numbers that track your tangible progress, and reflective assessments that gauge your growth in areas like skills, mindset, and capabilities. The key is to make these metrics meaningful to you, regardless of whether they would impress others. Building a silent support system is another vital tool. This doesn't mean working in complete isolation. Rather, it means carefully selecting one or two trusted advisors who understand and respect your approach to private progress. These individuals aren't cheerleaders or critics. They're mirrors who can reflect back to you an honest assessment of your journey while maintaining the confidentiality your process requires. The concept of progress anchors becomes particularly important when working in silence. These are personal rituals or practices that keep you grounded and focused when there's no external validation to rely on. It might be a weekly review session, a monthly deep dive into your goals, or a quarterly assessment of your direction. These anchors provide structure and stability to your silent journey. Perhaps the most powerful tool in your arsenal is what I call the future file, a collection of evidence that supports your vision. This includes research, plans, preliminary work, and small victories that you're accumulating along the way. While others may not see this evidence now, it becomes invaluable when you're ready to reveal your success. It's not just proof of your journey, it's a testament to your commitment to excellence even when no one was watching. Developing systems for filtering feedback is also crucial. Not all input is valuable, and not all criticism is constructive. Create a framework for evaluating which feedback deserves your attention and which should be set aside. This tool helps you maintain your direction while still remaining open to insights that could enhance your journey. The timing of revealing your success is as crucial as the work itself. This moment of revelation isn't just about showing what you've achieved, it's about strategic positioning that maximizes the impact of your journey. Think of it like a master chess player who has been quietly arranging their pieces. The reveal comes not when others expect it, but when all elements are perfectly aligned for maximum effect. Managing the shock factor requires careful consideration of context and timing. Your success should emerge at a moment when it can be fully appreciated and understood. This might mean waiting until your achievement has reached a certain threshold, or until the market or environment is primed to recognize its value. Remember, a brilliant idea revealed at the wrong time might not receive the recognition it deserves. When the moment comes, resist the urge to explain every detail of your journey. Let your success speak for itself. The natural human curiosity about how you achieved your goals will create an organic interest that's far more powerful than any explanation you could offer. This curiosity often leads to genuine opportunities and connections that wouldn't have been possible if you'd shared your journey prematurely. The sudden attention that comes with unexpected success requires its own management strategy. Be prepared for both positive reactions and skepticism. Some will celebrate your achievement, while others might question your methods or try to diminish your success. Your response to both should remain consistent, poised, professional, and focused on the value you've created rather than the journey you took to create it. Maintaining momentum after the revelation becomes your next challenge. This is where your silent foundation proves its worth. Because you built your success on solid systems and genuine progress rather than public perception, you're well positioned to leverage your breakthrough into sustained growth and achievement. The true test of your silent success strategy isn't in the initial revelation, it's in what comes after. Creating sustainable success requires a delicate balance between maintaining the practices that got you here and adapting to your new level of visibility. Think of it as transitioning from a sprint in silence to a marathon in the spotlight. Your challenge now is to preserve the essence of your private work ethic while operating on a larger stage. Building on unexpected achievements requires a unique approach. You've now earned the right to be seen, but this doesn't mean abandoning the principles of silent progress. Instead, you're entering what I call the selective visibility phase, where you choose what to share and what to keep private. This isn't about being secretive, it's about maintaining the sacred space where innovation and growth can continue to flourish while sharing enough to inspire and add value to others. The practice of silent work shouldn't end with your first success. In fact, this is when it becomes most valuable. While others might expect you to suddenly become more public with your processes, maintaining pockets of silence allows you to continue developing your next breakthrough. It's like having multiple gardens, some ready for display, others still growing in protected environments. One of the most powerful aspects of continuing your journey beyond the initial surprise is the opportunity to expand your vision. Success often reveals possibilities you couldn't see before. Your proven ability to achieve significant goals in silence gives you the confidence to set even more ambitious targets. This is where many people make a crucial mistake. They abandon the very practices that led to their success in favor of more public approaches. Teaching others the power of quiet progress becomes a natural extension of your journey. Not through loud proclamations about the benefits of silence, but through example and measured guidance. Your success story becomes evidence that great achievements don't require constant public updates or validation. This mentoring role should be approached with the same thoughtfulness and discretion that characterized your own journey. The moment of revelation isn't the end of your story. It's simply the beginning of a new chapter. Your commitment to excellence, regardless of who's watching, remains your most valuable asset. The principles that guided your silent progress continue to be relevant, perhaps even more so, as you navigate larger stages and greater opportunities. The time has come for you to make a decisive choice about your journey to success. This isn't just about working quietly. It's about embracing a fundamental shift in how you approach achievement. Your next breakthrough, your next level of success, your next great achievement is waiting in the silence of focused, deliberate action. Starting today, I challenge you to become the architect of your own silent revolution. Begin by identifying one significant goal, something that truly matters to you, and make a commitment to pursue it away from the noise of public opinion. Take inventory of your current habits. How much energy do you spend sharing your plans versus executing them? How often do you seek validation instead of focusing on improvement? Let these questions guide your transition into strategic silence. Your first step is surprisingly simple yet profoundly powerful. Create your success laboratory. Find a space, physical or metaphorical, where you can work, grow, and evolve without the pressure of constant observation. Start documenting your journey privately, measuring your progress against your own standards rather than public metrics. Remember, every master was once a beginner who chose to perfect their craft in privacy. The path before you isn't easy. Choosing to work in silence when the world celebrates noise requires uncommon courage, but uncommon courage leads to uncommon results. Your commitment to excellence, protected by the power of silence, will become your competitive advantage. The question isn't whether you're capable of achieving remarkable things. The question is whether you're willing to do the work when no one is watching. Let others talk about what they're going to do. Let them share every small step. You choose a different path. You choose to let your success do the talking. When you finally emerge, not because others pushed you, but because you're ready, your achievement won't just be noticed, it will be undeniable. The time for silent progress is now. Are you ready to disappear into your greatness?